What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Casper's Kicks once again. Now, starting off, Happy New Year to all of y'all. Hopefully, y'all had a great New Year celebration. Whatever you did to ring in the New Year, hopefully things were great for you. So once again, Happy New Year to y'all. Hopefully this year is full of many blessings. I guess if you're here to watch shoes, many shoes, hopefully everything that you want this year you're able to cop. Now, unfortunately, I have COVID right now, so I've been like quarantined in my room the past like week. So I was just sitting in my room on New Year's, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Kind of got to deal with this. So that is where I've been the past couple days. Where I haven't made a video. I still am testing positive, so I have not. I'm still quarantined, but yeah, it is what it is. So today, what I'm going to be talking about is the releases for the month of January 2023. Now, of course, usually the beginning of the year is a little bit quieter when it comes to sneaker releases, so we don't have too many that are set to release this month, but I'm just gonna go through them. Really, it's just Jordans, and then there's, I believe, one Adidas shoe, and I believe one Dunk. Now, of course, there may be some random shoe that pops up as well, but just whenever we get to that, I will talk about it, or I guess like if it's announced later in the month, I will talk about it in another YouTube video. But we're gonna go ahead and just start off. So of course, we didn't really miss much, but starting off on January 7th, and today is January 2nd, so we have a couple days. We have the Air Jordan 7 SC Black Olive. Now, this is a Jordan 7. I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan 7s. I don't own any personal pairs of Jordan 7s, so I would probably end up passing on these. The color on here isn't bad. It's in the olive and black with some hints of like maroon and yellow on there as well. Not a terrible looking Jordan 7, but once again, I'm not the biggest fan of them, so I'll probably end up passing on them. But it's one of those hit or miss shoes that some people like, some people don't. I can see these sitting on shelves though, just because, once again, 7s aren't that popular at the moment. Now, continuing on, also on January 7th, we have the Air Jordan 9 Olive Concord, and this is another olive and black shoe. This is kind of the same thing. It's the Jordan 9. Not the most popular silhouette that's out there right now. Like, people will buy it because people do like Jordan 9s, but once again, I can see this one sitting on shelves. Just not that many people are going to be really interested in it. And Jordan 9s tend to just like, there's just certain populations that buy Jordan 9s, so not everybody ends up buying them. So that, I think, will ring true with this shoe. Also, the color on here, it's an okay colorway. Not my favorite colorway on a Jordan 9, but once again, some people will like it, some people won't. I think for me personally, I'll be passing on it. Just not that into it. Now, moving to the January 14th, we have our first Air Jordan 1 of the year. That is the Air Jordan 1 High OG True Blue. Now, I was getting access to grade school pairs of these last year. I really don't review early grade school pairs, so I didn't end up getting any of them, and I never got word of any men's pairs for these Jordan 1 True Blues. But the color on here is not bad at all. We got gray on the heel and the ankle. Then we have the True Blue on the front, and then white on the rest of the shoe. I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know if it's going to be one that I end up copying for myself, or if it'll just be one that I end up passing on to start the year. Like, I'm kind of in the middle on this Jordan 1. I have blue Air Jordan 1s, but I don't really wear blue like that. So this maybe end up being one that I end up passing on, just because, like I mentioned, I don't really wear blue like that in my shoes. I need to start, just because I'm trying to like expand my color palette when it comes to shoes and clothing. But yeah, this one, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. And I know we're going to be getting a lot of Jordan 1s this year, so this may be one that I kind of put on the back burner and get later down the line, especially because I don't see this one reselling for too much, especially with where Jordan 1s have been the past year, really. So I can see this one just kind of taking a back burner for a lot of people. Some people will like it, some people won't. I think that's kind of the theme of this month, is some people will like stuff, some people won't. Y'all know how it goes. Now, moving on to January 14th, we have a women's Air Jordan 5 Dunk on Mars. Now, I like the color on this shoe. It's like a darkish orange. I think it looks cool. Unfortunately, I don't think these are coming in extended sizes, so I won't be able to get them for myself. Biggest size will probably be a 12 in women's, which is a 10.5 in men's. No big deal. I'm not tripping too much on it. The material on here almost reminds me of the Raging Bull 5s that came out a little while ago. That little furry suede that's on the shoe. It looks like something similar would be on the shoe. I haven't gotten access to early pairs on these at all, so I don't know if I end up ever copying a pair of these. I'll probably see them at a sneaker show or something like that I end up going to. But I think this is a great one for the ladies. Ladies, let me know if y'all are interested in this shoe, or if you're going to be passing on it altogether. Now, continuing on to January 19th, we're set to get another Panda Dunk restock. Now, the last several months of 2022, y'all saw like every month we were getting a Panda Dunk restock, and it looks like that's set to continue into 2023. At this point, like, I hope if you have not been able to get a pair of Pandas at some point in all these restocks that they've been doing, that you're able to eventually get a pair of Panda Dunks. I've tried to get more pairs ever since like they started doing the restocks, and I just have no luck being able to grab pairs of Pandas off the Nike app or off the Sneakers app. So if you're going for them, good luck to you. I've had my personal pair for a long time, and I really don't need another pair of them. But they just keep putting them out there and putting them out there. They're still reselling for a decent amount of money at the same time. So resellers are going to keep going for them, and people that are trying to get personal pairs are going to go for them as well. They're going to sell out. You already know how it goes. Just be prepared for that shoe. Now, I have to go back to the beginning of the month. I did forget one. So the shoes are, a lot of these shoes that are set to come out, I think in like the spring, are already all on Sneakers app. This is one of them, the Air Jordan 4 French Blue, which is a GS Jordan 4. This is an interesting colorway. We got blue on there with the white along the heel. We got the red on the sock liner and on the bottom of the outsole. Not a bad Jordan 4 at all. It's just a GS size, so not everybody's going to be able to go for it. Of course, the kids will have these, and then if you have just a smaller foot, ladies, if you have a smaller foot, you'll be able to get these as well. Once again, not a bad color, just not coming in men's sizes, so not everybody will have access to the shoe. Retail price on this one is $150, and like I mentioned, it is already on the Sneakers app, so you can go ahead and hit notify if you're interested in the shoe. But yeah, the start of the Jordan 4s already, y'all know Jordan 4 is going to go crazy again this year. I think we're supposed to be getting the Thunder 4s. That is like the big Jordan 4 that we're set to get as of right now. So just be prepared. I'm sure there's going to be some great Jordan 4s to come out this year. It's just going to be one of those wait and see what else they end up coming out with. Now, going to Adidas, we are at some point, I don't know if it's this month or next month, I don't know the exact release date, but it did mention January, but we're supposed to be getting the first Adidas 350 without Kanye's name on the shoe, and this is like a grayish color 350. It does have the black Supply 350 stripe going through it. But how do y'all feel about the first Adidas 350 without Kanye tied to it? Are y'all going to be going for this Adidas? Or y'all going to be passing on it? Was Kanye's name being tied to the shoe the only reason you were buying the shoe? Let me know in the comments. Now, I will say 350s are very comfortable. I do like wearing that shoe like if I'm going out somewhere for a very long time and I'll be walking around a lot. 350s are like one of my go-tos just because of the comfortability with the shoe, and I would expect that not to change even with Kanye's name no longer tied to the shoe. So like I mentioned, it'll really come down to were people buying these 350s and other like 700s, all those shoes because Kanye's name were tied to them, or is it because they actually like the shoe, the comfortability of the shoe, the look of the shoe? I'm actually very curious to see where people's minds are when it comes to these. But like I mentioned, let me know in the comments if y'all are planning to go for these actually because you like the shoe, or were you just buying them because Kanye's name was tied to them and they were doing that. Now, also, when it comes to these Adidas 350s, I don't know how the resale value is going to be on them either. It's a lot that's yet to be seen with how these 350s, 700s, all these shoes will do as they come out over this year. Will the resale value still be there? Will the hype still be there for these as well? I don't know. I can see it, and then at the same time I cannot see it. It'll really, I think, just kind of depend on how much the consumer buys up the shoe, and that'll determine where things will go for the rest of the year. So this could be a start. This shoe right here could have a huge impact on what happens with the rest of the Adidas for the rest of the year. So that is everything I have for the month of January. Let me know what all you'll be going for. I think in my opinion, I'll probably be chilling for this month. I may cop the True Blues. Maybe it's a strong maybe if I end up copying those, but like I mentioned, I'll probably just end up being chilling for this month and gearing up for February. Of course, I'm still expecting at some point a second chance on the Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. I just don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but at some point I'm expecting that. I don't know if it'll be January, February, when. I'm just expecting it to happen at some point. Now, jumping to a quick daily lace up, and we got word of 2 Jordan 1s that are set to drop at some point this year. Starting off from Soul Retriever, this tweet says the Jordan 1 Black Toe is rumored to be the next classic colorway getting the reimagined treatment. And the Jordan 1 Black Toe, dope shoe, got the black toe on the front and then with the red on the back of the heel and on the ankle. So that if we get that shoe, that would be a dope one to get. Of course, 100%, that'll probably be a double up for me. like the Lost and Founds were. We'll just have to wait and see on if that actually happens. And then the other rumor that we got was another one tied to the Reimagine line as well. And this one was from Just Fresh Kicks, and that's the Air Jordan 1 High OG Royal will be getting the Reimagine release this year. I took this tweet last year, or this year. So I don't know. It's gonna be one of those. Which one do we end up getting? I doubt we'll get both of them this year, but you never know with Jordan Brand. We could be getting one this year and then one in 2024. It'll just have to be a wait and see. But those are the two rumored Reimagined shoes that we're set to get. Of course, we have the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined set to drop in a couple months. I've done a review on that shoe as well. If you're interested in seeing it, I will link it above just so you can go check it out. But that shoe is pretty dope. I love what they're doing with the Reimagined line and just taking older colorways and silhouettes of Jordans and putting a twist on them and changing up either materials or colors or how exactly the shoe looks. I think it's a dope idea that they came up with to do, and I hope they continue to do that idea further down the line and just keep giving us just different reimagined things and putting their own spin on the shoe. But overall, that is everything I have for y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about the January releases. Is there anything specific you're going to be going for? Are you going to be chilling like I am? Are you going to be trying to cop some of the older releases that came out at the end of last year? I know I still need to cop a pair of the Orange Lobsters at some point. I will have to pay that resale value on those, but I will figure it out at some point. But yeah, let me know what y'all are planning on going for in the month of January. And then let me know how you feel about the potential Bread Toe Reimagine and the Royal Reimagine as well. As always, hopefully y'all have a great week. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and all notification bells so you can stay up to date when I post new content. I should have an early review dropping some point this week. I think Thursday is when I should have that review dropping. But whenever that drops, y'all know we'll drop it for y'all ASAP. But as always, like I mentioned, hopefully y'all have a great week. Stay safe and stay blessed. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.